What is your definition of feminism?
I think my definition of feminism is a little bit broader than most people's. I think not only do women need to be equal to men in all aspects, but that men also have to be liberated and be able to do all of female, more quote, female activities without having any penalty to them. So men could stay home. Men could take a wife's name instead of the wife always having to take the man's name. Um, I think it would be a greatly liberated society if all men's and women's roles were considered equal.
What can you do in your everyday life to further the cause of feminism?
You know, I find it interesting since I work in a very male dominated profession that I find the blindness of my colleagues to their misogynism, their misogyny, um, absolutely baffling to me that they can't even see how inequitable they are. And yet, if you point it out, they get very angry and will deny it to the nth degree. So it involves kind of walking a tightrope of kind of gently showing that that's not okay, um, because having them get mad doesn't get me anywhere. So it requires a lot of finesse to kind of keep getting around that and to keep pointing it out and to keep moving forward. Um, for instance, we were talking in just before surgery that doctors, right before we go out into practice, often do fellowships. And of course, they were called fellowships because only men were allowed to do them. But now, if you point out that fellowship is a misogynistic term, oh no, it's a term of pride because women have been elevated to be fellows. Um, and yet, every time I say I'm a fellow, I feel like I'm a fellow because I'm not good enough if I was a female to be a fellow. Um, and it's little things like that that I just think the male world just doesn't get, and that it's very hard for them to understand. And so pointing it out in little bits and pieces and keep pushing the stick further down the lane. I think it's a tough road, but I think we have to keep doing it because I'm here because of what feminist leaders did before me, and my son will be in a different position because of the things I do in this lifetime. So I think it's a battle worth fighting, but I think we have a long ways to go.
Thank you. What is your definition of feminism?
Hmm. My definition of feminism is, I think it's like equal rights for females and males, because it just doesn't seem fair to females that, yeah.
What can you do as a young man to help your female classmates in the realm of feminism?
I don't think I can, because, well, I hang out with the girls, but all the guys, they they don't, and so they're like off over somewhere doing some stupid thing, and we're just there talking and stuff, and I mean, like, so I guess because I've grown up with females all my life, and so I'm not really like a douche to like females, but
Could you
I don't know what I can do to further the cause.
Could you talk to your male classmates?
Well, they're not mean to anybody. They tease, and they kid around, but they're not mean to anybody.
You don't think teasing is mean?
No, it's just like, no, it's not. It's just a little, like, jive at someone. It's not like, hey, you look stupid today. Whatever, it's not like that.
What if you found out that one of your female classmates was hurt by one of the jabs your male counterparts inflicted on them? What would you do?
Um, I would see if I could, like, comfort them,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would make sure not to say that myself.
Okay. Would you call out your friend, your male friend, and explain how that's rude and not nice?
I would just say, like, if it really hurt them, I'd be like, not cool. But I wouldn't be like, or even if it hurt them, I'd be like, they're not cool, but I wouldn't be like obnoxious about it.
You could do it subtly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You are welcome.
What is your definition of feminism?
Like you explained, a couple things. It used to be, the show, and then there's mod. That was what I grew up thinking of feminism. I've recently been told that feminism is working with sexism for both men and women, just advancing women in in a work role, in a relationship role, and then just trying to not let women be exploited.
Have you experienced sexism in your everyday life?
Yes, as a male nurse for 30 years, it has taken a lot. I've seen a lot of it. They come in and say, "Oh, you're a nurse. How can you be a nurse? You're a man." Or you're going to take care of my child. You're a man. It's like, it's becoming less because there are going to be more men in the career. But I guess I have experienced the sexism, and what I can do to help get out of that is to just do my job to the best of my ability and prove to people who are being sexist, who are rejecting me, just prove to them that I can be a good nurse. I can also see sexism with some doctors versus nurses, or just men versus women in the workplace. And if that happens, I try to encourage the nurses to talk to whoever is bothering them. Just saying, I don't appreciate the way that you're treating me, or you're treating the other nurses.
Excellent. Thank you.